Well, happy Thursday, everybody. Good day, good evening, good night, wherever you're at. Hope everyone had a good day. Uh, my day went pretty well. Got a lot of busyness that came up, a couple little things that happened on airplanes that need to be done. While at the daytime work in my afternoon time, I came here. I started doing a little bit more. Started doing some color pencil, some base coloring and layers on our Epic 7 Luna character for a Christmas theme type stuff. So we got her kind of in a Christmas outfit stuff. But we had a request from Frontierman asking if we could do a little drummer boy for Christmas for this one. So I think what I'm going to do is let me grab myself a new board. There we go. And I think we're going to start working with that. So let me take Luna here and we'll put her off to the side for now. And we'll put a new board out. Hey, Brian. Glad you've been well. She looks great. Drummer Boy sounds great. Yeah, it was a request for it, so we're going to do a request. We'll do a little Drummer Boy one. I'll show the Luna one so far. I posted a picture this morning when I started working on some of the skin, the coloring and stuff on the skin. I mean, even this camera doesn't show the way the eyes look and stuff. But I had some morning light coming in on hitting my desk, and it had a pretty neat look. I might actually add that effect into it. She's awesome. Well, thanks, brother. So let's get my glove on. And let's see if we can come up with a little drummer boy drawing. So, alright, got that. I'll leave the colored pencils there for now. That way, I already started selecting them for that piece. Alright, so I guess we could, instead of warming up, we'll just go ahead and get right onto it. So, little drummer boy. So I got a couple of reference pictures of the little drummer boy on my tablet over here to the left. All sorts of different types, from the old claymation pictures to looks like some precious moments, a couple of pastels and stuff. Just some of the outfit ideas that we have with that might work out too well. So anyway, let's go ahead and we'll get going with the basic layout of this character for the little drummer boy. Maybe we'll put his head up here. I had to brought the camera down so that way you guys should probably be able to start seeing some of the line work as I go through with this. I will try to put the line work a little bit harder than I usually do, see that way you guys can actually see it, because I still think it still might be a little bit tough to see. Let me see if I can bring them down a tiny bit more. That might actually help out a little bit more to see. So we'll work on that as an eye level area. And we'll get side. Do the ear. The drummer boy. So, how's your day been? Everything been going well? Been busy ourselves with a little bit of a about to there. Between airplanes and shopping for new house insurance and all sorts of stuff. Car insurance, everything. Just kind of shopping around, seeing what they got, see if we can make save some money. So I think we're all about that. So do that. Let's see here. Maybe we'll run him up that way. Let's see here. Let's slide this off a little bit. Maybe we'll give this necklace probably that out. And let's going to have his drum out to the front, so we'll give him a little bit of a different type of arch. And we'll give shoulder line there. Kind of see what we want to do with that. Glad to be here. I like the drummer boy. Yep. Well, it's your request, so we're going to do the little drummer boy. We're going to see if we can make I got some references from some of the older ones. We're going to see if maybe we can jazz them up, make it look kind of a neat illustration of a drummer boy. So let's get that. that up and over. Today's been better. The rest of the week has been a mess. The Spectrum just got off the phone with someone else in charge of my case, trying to get my credits, and this home phone just has three different number. It has a different number, and I get calls for other people. It's annoying, but no call ID on the home phone right now. Oh, jeez. That's got to be just absolutely fun. So let's see if we can lay out this drummer boy. Got the Christmas tree up today, but need to get the ornaments up tomorrow. It sucked. Yeah, we had our Christmas tree up and stuff. We've been slowly adding ornaments onto it as we've been going, but I think this weekend I'm going to be putting the boxes away, and I got to get the outside lights, the rest of the outside lights boxes out. And then I should be all right for that. So we got that. We have we'll do a shoulder here, and let's do a shoulder back there. And so we'll give that, give a little, maybe we'll just do it to there. Got that type of that. So the head's got to tilt that way, shoulders that way, so we'll give this a little tilt this way for the hips. That way we'll also put the drum. That way when we look at the page, you'll see that Fibonacci sequence where it has the curve, it'll follow the curve up and around. So we'll get a nice line out for that. So let's see here. Let's see, this is a guy, so his hips are more closer to his shoulder width instead of out. This will be, maybe we'll call him the little drummer dude. So, alright, so we got that. Let's run that way. Hip area. So yeah, we're just going to see if we can add some coolness here to this. And of course we got to have him with his, maybe we'll bring his elbow to here. Just like that. Bring one hand up. Probably put the hand here. So we'll have cylinder. And we'll do a cylinder this way. So hopefully you guys are able to see that. I got a small, even though I have a big screen in front of me, it's a small image on my entire UI layout. So, but yep, we're going to work on this little drum boy. So we got that. We'll probably put this one down. Even though we're not going to see much of it, I still like to map it out so that way you have actually a good look for everything. That way everything lines up and matches, and it doesn't look like this arm is like what, right? The forearm's like this long, and it should be that long. So that way we can kind of put them this way. We'll stick. This will be like one of the drumsticks. Maybe we'll do that, and we'll have this one this way. So we'll have to sort of lay out that. And let's see here. Got the pelvic area, cylinders for the legs. Let's see here. Let's put that one more that way. Let's see. I can make it out. Okay, good. Because yeah, it's. I'm trying to go a little bit darker than what I'm used to doing, just so you guys can see it as well. So, and it might look a little gnarly that way, but at least you guys will be able to see it. Alright, so we kind of have a little layout of that, but we'll have the way the drummer boy is, his thing comes down, and we got one big drum here. We'll probably throw right about there. And let's see here. Just looking at some reference pictures over here, the different drums that they've used with him before. It's a nice little simple piece, so let's see if we can run that. He typically just has most of them, he looks like he just has a little strap either here or off on the side. So I think we might actually just kind of put put like a hook piece here, and we'll run it to where it runs up like a strap that goes around the neck area. And we'll do a drummer boy that way. Okay. Alright, so it looks like we got a basic layout of them. Let's see if we can add some details in here. So we want probably, let's do that. Kinda, let's see if we can make him kind of a modern look drummer boy. Going a little dirty on this so that way we can want to give him probably a little bit further back, right about there. Just kind of get some of these eyes laid in. Let's see. And of course we'll see if we can work this. Get a basic area, got his ear. And let's see, bring it up. Gotta make sure he has that cranium. Gotta give him a brain. That way you can drum. Let's see if we can kind of show that skull area that way. Give him his chin. Alright. And so we have that. Let's see. Most of these things look like he's got a hat on. We might give this kid some hair. We might give this drummer boy some hair. I don't know yet. Let's see. Well, actually, there's some of them where he doesn't have hair. He doesn't have a cap on. Some of them he does. So, all right. Let's give him some. Just see if we can figure out what kind of give him sort of like a pop looking hairstyle. That way. Let's see here. Throw it up. Make his hair look still a little like he's been drumming for a while, so not exactly the. Let's see. Let's run that way. Kind of just build that out a little bit. We might change that up a little bit more later, so just getting an idea. Put some hair over here too. That way it kind of looks a little. And he has a scarf, so let's see here. Let's adjust that neck a little bit from that to maybe there. Let's give that. Let's see. Drummer boy's got a little scarf area. Maybe we'll throw this. Maybe we'll throw the scarf over the top of this drum straps. Got to make it look like it goes around his neck. The way everything kind of bunches up a little bit, so we want to kind of map that out. Let's see here. He's got a little scarf area. Most of these looks like he's got either some tattered robes. He does have like a kind of a little shirt. This one doesn't look too bad. Looking good so far. Well, thank you, man. Like I said, we're just kind of doing a quick little layout on this, and just to kind of get the bases down on it before we put too much detail in. But we're just we got the skeletal area down on it. So we'll start working. We can start working from there and just kind of see what we want to play with. Pardon me. So, guys, let's see. We have. How do we want to do it? Do we want to give him a cloak that kind of hangs down, or do we want to give him a coat? Either it's like a shawl, or it actually has a. Maybe we'll just give him a shawl. We'll see how that looks. So maybe we'll do that, and because his arm's up, we'll give it towards bunched up down here. So give him some crow's feet. It's a little cartoon term, so he has his. Pop the pencil lid back out here. And got the one shoulder. Runs that way. We'll run his, let's say his scarf should give him his scarf that runs, piece runs down the back that way. That way kind of gives a little bit more detail. That doesn't look so it's not too far over this way. My Magic won in overtime yesterday. Cool! In bad news, I found out today my great show Monarch won't be back for season 2. The ratings weren't good enough. They left it with too many loose ends and cliffhangers. Oh, jeez. Yeah, that can happen. Well, that's terrible. It's always kind of bad. You get a show that you're into and stuff, and it just doesn't pan out. That now you're stuck trying to figure out what the heck happened. Hopefully, maybe they'll have books for it. That might actually be pretty cool. So let's see if we can run this one. Guess we'll just give him sort of like a little tethered clothing piece here. And here we'll have his piece kind of hanging down further down because his arm's not all the way up. So I put in here also that with this request, it might be pretty cool if you guys have pen and pencil or a pencil and paper. Just go ahead and come do a little sketch of what you guys think, what you can see the little drummer boy as, and then message it to me, either Facebook, Instagram, on the live stream stuff. I think YouTube you can do private messages or something like that. But exactly, it stunk how that happened. I'm hoping Netflix something picks it up. Books would be great if they did the same thing 3 or 4 years ago. God friended me, a great Christian show without bad language or anything, and it too was going after 1 year. Well, unfortunately, that sometimes happens. Let's see if we can. Do a little drummer boy this way. Maybe we'll give him some raps, sort of like what some drummers have, so they don't get their arms beat up a little bit. We'll make them look a little bit. That way. And give them this. Let's see. I haven't decided yet. We might give him gloves still. I don't know. Wraps might be enough for that, just to give a little detail on the arm. Let's see. Let's see, we can block out this thumb area. We'll have drumstick that way. There we go. It does. It's a bummer though. That one, the one they must have known in advance is they wrapped it kind of better than Monarch. Yeah, they probably really thought Monarch was going to probably go for it. A good long shot. It gets fickled sometimes. Alright. So we kind of got that. Maybe we'll bring this up a little bit to where it looks like it separates. That might actually be pretty good. Yeah, music kind of matches for the little drummer boy right now. That ain't bad. Alright, so we're getting that. We have that piece. Maybe we'll throw one out that way even further. That way he has his winter scarf. Kind of like got his rags clothing. So we'll clean up some of these construction lines. So start to kind of get an idea of what it looks like. I might actually see if maybe we'll run that up tighter. That actually looks a little better. Just clean that up. So we'll do that. And we'll run his cloak that way, so that way you can still see it. Run that through. And I said first episode had super good ratings, then it fell off from there for some reason. Yeah. My wife and my little girl are watching that show Wednesday on Netflix. My buddy Dean, he said it was pretty good. He said it was a little bit darker than like the typical Addams Family thing, but it looks like they made it. It's like they typically did. They made it more about. Of course, it's about Wednesday Addams, but you know, I don't know. I didn't get into it too much. I tried, but it just didn't work out. So I don't know. I instead watched Ernest Saves Christmas. Gotta love that classic. Good old Ernest. Set here in Orlando. I thought it was hilarious. Also, how they had it where like the Cape Canaveral security was like, Cape Canaveral Air Station, watching when they were flying around. Bunch of funny references for that, especially if you're a Floridian. All right, so we kind of got a basic. I guess let me see what they got for some, because I don't want to make the drum look like too modern. So it looks like it just has a rim cover, and instead of it like the drums that you see now, like the Thomas drums and stuff, they usually have like the metal rods and stuff that you can adjust. So, but this looks like he just has little like buttons that are zigzagged on this old style drum, and it looks like he's got just literally a ribbon that runs back and forth, or a rope that holds the drum cylinder together, the top and the bottom. So that doesn't look too bad. Yeah, I started watching Wednesday too. It's definitely darker. It's okay, not my favorite. Definitely not good as Monarch. The girl who plays Wednesday is outstanding. I do love Ernest. Yeah. Old Jim Varney. It's a shame he passed away. He was an amazing. He was hilarious. You couldn't not laugh with him. What was it? Ernest Scared Stupid for Halloween. That that kind of looks like a Jedi robe more. That's hilarious. That's pretty good. Love the drum. Yeah, I mean, simple, basic. We'll get it cleaned up a little bit. I might actually pull out one of my stencils that I have for a certain angle on it. I mean, we got the look that we want. Maybe we'll use that to just give it a nice clean line to it. So clean up some of the construction lines for the hip and the leg, because we kind of have the drum now sitting towards weighted against his leg. Yeah, he definitely was. He passed. That said, yeah, he passed away quite a bit of years ago. I think it was a cancer or something, is what I think it was. So let's grab my brush that way. All right, we'll have two things to color now. All right. Let's see if we can get some eye detail in here. Problem with doing guy stuff, that sucks. Guaranteed gets too many people. Yeah. Yeah, it does. It does have a little bit of a stinker to it. Kind of make them look a little manga-ish. Give them that style. And actually, I'm kind of going too dark on that already. Oh, I'm getting messages. Yeah, I got some older pictures like that of the little drummer boy. I got some really old ones actually. So that was sort of that one actually looks like a military type one that was done up. So I'm trying to give it a neat little look to it. So that way it looks kind of like it's updated, but yet it still has some of the classical lines and symbols to it at the same time, which I think should make it look pretty darn cool. That way everybody alike will like the drummer boy. So we give this a little dude eyebrow. So, and let's see. He doesn't have like a little button type nose, so let's see if we can clean up some of that line, and maybe so that'll run that way. We'll give him a little. Let's see. There we go. We want to follow. Give him a little smile because he is a happy boy on his way, drumming along. Alright. Getting more pictures. What do we got here? Yep, I got those pictures too, already on my my reference page sheet. If you guys want, like I said, part of the challenge here also is going to have some fun with this too. Guys, grab a pencil and paper and kind of sketch out your thing. You don't have to worry about whether you think it looks good or not. Dude, just enjoy, relax, have fun with it. Just because it doesn't look like a particular style or it looks like somebody who's been doing this for years doesn't mean it's not going to be good. It's kind of the fun part of it, the kind of the relaxing part. So, grab a pencil, paper. It doesn't have to be any expensive piece of paper. Grab some printer paper and I might have an expensive mechanical pencil housing, but the lead in it is literally like this the little cheap Pentel lead. It doesn't have the same Derwent like German lead inside it and stuff. Because you can do just the same thing with that. So go ahead and grab one, and like I said, send me a picture of that. That what I'd really like to see. It's always cool to see other people's work. We don't make fun of anybody in here either. Especially when people are trying stuff or new things. So. It's going to look a little grungy and stuff because I'm trying to do it darker also so you guys can actually see it. So just know that. And of course it'll probably be a little hard if I color it and stuff with doing it this dark when I try to clean up the lines and stuff and maybe do a little bit of inking to it. So let's see about getting. See, that eye's over there, so we're gonna have to put this eye. The way his face is, you want to have a proper depth across the area. And if like his head was turned more towards, nose was more over here, obviously as it turns and it curves, this eye is going to start to roll away, but the nose will actually take over it as well. Of course, we want to get the iris to kind of match the same, not the exact same, because you don't want him to where it looks like he stares off blankly. Like I said last time, when you're looking at something, you're not looking like your eyes aren't straight ahead like that. Whenever you focus in on something, you kind of focus in like that, so you're kind of like focusing in here or there. So that's why it looks a little bit more natural to where they have almost sort of like a little bit of a cross-eyed look, but not to where they look like wall eyes. So let's see. Let's see if we can. And of course we want to get a little bit there. So we'll give a little eyebrow up in there. Guess we'll just shade that in a little bit. Alright. Let's see here. Give him some ear detail. The rest of that's going to be hidden, so we can clean that up area because that's going to be underneath some hair. Alright. And we'll give a little that way, that way. Let's see, is that a message or is that... it's eBay. Do you still want to buy this? Alright. So let's see if we can give him some... So get him that way, that way. Give him a little bit of his bushiness for hair. That, and also now people can't say, oh, you only draw girls. No, I draw guys too. I'm drawing quite a bit. And if we ever do a Muppets thing, I'll draw a weirdo, which is Gonzo. The great Gonzo. Maybe we'll have to do that one thing. That's what I'd be able to do. I'll have to see if we can do a watch party, maybe for the Muppet Christmas Carol. Maybe we'll have the Muppet Christmas Carol playing in the bottom right-hand screen here, and we'll do some Christmas Muppet drawings and stuff at the same time. I'll have to see if we can do some of that. See if I can get that if that's approved on the watch party list. Yeah, that would be pretty cool. The Muppet Christmas Carol was a good one. They did a good job on that too. Who's the guy that played Scrooge in there then? Jeez. Michael Caine? Was it Michael Caine or something? I think it was Michael Caine. He's one of the guys that played in that movie Secondhand Lions. Those guys were... That was another good movie. If you haven't seen that, check that out. I haven't seen that in over a decade, the Muppet Christmas Story, yeah. I actually just watched it the other night while I was doing some other drawing work. Let's see here. So we need to probably get this scarf looking to where we can actually see his have like an undershirt here. And let's start lining this. There we go. Give a little thickness there. Awesome. I have a couple of shows tonight if I can keep my eyes awake. CMA Country Christmas, something about Reba McEntire's life. Oh, cool. Let's see. I finally got a chance to watch that Dolly Parton interview stuff that they had with was it Jimmy Fallon or something. That was some funny stories she had on there. That was definitely hilarious. Let's shoot that in maybe. Give him another layer of give a little curl in here. Yeah. There we go. Like I said, a little bit of down and dirty look. Got the cloth bunching up. See if we can. There we go. That looks a little bit better. So give him a little point there for his elbow in the back there. Give him some little straps here, or some wrist wraps. Yeah, not bad, little drummer boy. Okay, let's I think what we'll do is we will give him a glove. I think that'll be pretty cool. Give him one of them fingerless gloves so you can see his knuckles up here. And we'll have to do we'll give him, maybe we'll do like a snowflake inside on the top of the glove. Kind of do a Jack Frost reference with it. That should work pretty cool. Give a little snowflake on the glove. Or actually, you know what? Maybe we'll do the Star of Bethlehem because of the little drummer boy. Maybe we'll put that on there for a detail on the glove. That might look pretty slick. Have some little hidden pieces in there. So, all right. So let's see. Got that. We'll put his knuckles up here. And got his thumb coming up and bending in. Alright, so not too bad. We're playing, like I said, playing along, having some fun with it. Alright. And of course we got his strap here. So we'll have his strap that'll go up and it'll slide up underneath his shawl. John Noble liked the stream. Thank you, John. I appreciate it, brother. The boy is invisible in my drawing. Oh. Oh, you're trying the challenge, huh? Nah, you can't cheat and say he's invisible or he's in a snowstorm. And, gotta play. Don't be afraid. Have some fun with it. That's the whole point. Oh, I got a picture, I think. Oh, some more. Alright, let's see. Give these straps up, run them up this way. Yeah. Let's clean up some of these construction lines. Start to refine this picture out a little bit more. So, clean that up. Clean that up. Yeah. There we go. Let's see. So we got the shoulders here. And of course this shoulder's down a little bit lower because of the way the arm is slung down. So we'll run that in that way. Let's see if we can make that not look so goofy. Alright, so we'll run that. There we go. I still don't like that. That going up too high. I think we're bringing it out too far. That's more like it. You're looking good. Well, thank you. Yep. So, don't forget, you guys got to play with yours too. Start doing these little drawing challenges where we'll start having to where everybody can play and have some fun with it. Then we get to do a little show and tell. Have some fun with that. Nothing wrong with that. Okay, so we have that. That shirt comes down here. We'll probably have that. That way we won't be seeing the arm past there. Because the way he's got it pushed off to where it's on his hip. Does he have a belt for that cloak? No, he doesn't. It just sort of acts like just kind of like a shawl that hangs down over it. So, all right. So we'll have that. Let's make these wraps look a little bit better. There we go. Might have to pull out my electric pencil for that one to clean up some of that in between there. Mine is a stick man. Well, that's what mine started out too. That's how they all start out, as stickmen. That's a great thing to do. Yep. And then, like I said, we'll show and tell them for at Tuesday's live stream. That way we have some fun with this, and everybody gets to play and kind of relax and have some fun. That's all it is. It's all about enjoying yourselves and hanging out together. Put that. Maybe we'll give a little detail up here of maybe we'll do sort of like he's got like the little that big old thread yarn and stuff that runs across here. Maybe we'll do that. That might actually look pretty good. Kind of match the old style period where it had that. And we'll just kind of, actually we want to go the other direction, so we'll go up and then down. That should look better. Go that way. So put it up, down. Give it a little flick out beyond the drum. Alright. Here's the other strap. We'll do it that way. And by the way, if you work on any other stuff other than drawing and you want to show it off, by all means send me a picture of it and I'll post it on here as well so everybody can see. Like Tuesday, Crazy Quilter, she actually showed one of her quilts that she had over the 12 days of Christmas, which actually was pretty good. Looked really nice. I'll post it on the on my Instagram and the Facebook page as well. There we go. Alright, let's get some detail on this other hand and drum. Okay, let's lighten that up first before I start making it too dark again. So we want to throw the stick back in there. Got the bottom part of the wrist there, and then the way it curls up. And then we want to put a knuckle, second knuckle, third knuckle, fourth knuckle. And this is going to be fun because I gave him a glove on that one. Got to give him a glove on this one. So we're going to do. Let's put that up a little bit. So that'll be there. Hide behind the thumb. We want it to look like he's actually grasping around it, so it won't be to where it matches identical to that. So it'll be a little bit lower. Maybe we'll put that up a little bit further out, like he's got the knuckle, like that. You see how that finger comes out a little bit? So we'll do that. And there. Now what's also neat is if you take your own thumb, you notice your thumb typically covers the first two fingers. See? So this finger you're going to see past. So that's a good area for reference, so that way you know you don't have too long of a thumb in your drawing. So we'll do that. Hit that there. Got the little pinky. So we'll put these sausages like that. That way you can see the actual glove that'll be on there. So that should actually help bring that around all the way. Got to make the hand. Can't hide the hands, especially with a drummer boy. So don't cheap yourself out. You might as well practice them. Get those. There we are. There we go. So we got another hand for that. It's got about the same right size for it. So doesn't look like you have one gigantism for a hand and one not. So throw that in there. All right. Not bad. And of course we gotta do his. I'll leave the bottom open because I haven't quite decided. I think, do we want to give him like a little, maybe we'll just kind of give it like it has a slight fray on the top, but it'll actually be sort of like one of those loose, like knitted end ones. Maybe something like that. And we'll just kind of throw some lines out just to see how that looks. That actually doesn't look too bad. Kind of gives it a little bit more movement to it because it's kind of looser. That doesn't look too bad, and yeah. Okay. On to the drum. I think I'm going to grab my stencil. Let me make sure I got some length on me. Let's see if I got a circle stencil or a French curve or something long enough here, or big enough that we might be able to do a nice clean line on. Because sometimes it's good to have those, especially when you're doing a machined object. So let's see here. Those are pretty good, but obviously none of them look like they're the right size that we need. They're all little tiny circles. So looks like it's going to be up to, and the French curve I don't want to bother messing with. So looks like we're just going to have to freehand it. Challenge accepted. We'll give this a little turn here. And let's see here. What we want to do is we kind of want to make some construction lines here so we can see We want to try and split it off nice and cleanly. We'll clean up that, and of course the drummer boy's drum has a recess for around the rim. So, and also you notice the way I turned this drawing page is so I'm doing small circles, so I'm only bending at my wrist. Could I presence anything for you? If there's anything for you to sketch me, absolutely. You can, by all means, leave in the comments, send me a message. Look at the Facebook or Instagram also, and we can add it to the request area, and we can add it either to Tuesday's show, live stream. But absolutely, you can always send in requests, Ali. Is that Ali or Ali? So, want to make sure I say it right. If I didn't, I apologize ahead. So, but yes, you absolutely can. You can send it in comments. Find me on Facebook or Instagram. Send me a message as well. If you're on Twitch, it's easy to send me a message too. It looks like you're on YouTube, my YouTube stream. So, but yes. For the rest of people who are on like Twitch and stuff that can't see Ali's message and stuff, or Ali's message, she asked if I could present anything for a sketch to me. If she could ask for a sketch request, and of course you can. Absolutely. So. There we go. Unfortunately, I haven't gotten my Discord server up and running yet to where you guys can actually, I'll have my Discord server running, then you guys can actually message me that way and you guys can log in that way. As soon as I get that set up, I'll have the link on that sitting at the bottom of the screen to where you can go invite onto the general chat there, and then we can be able to show pictures off a lot easier and whatnot. I just have not had a chance to get it set up. Actually, I should have it set for the multi-stream to where you guys should be able to see that. Can you guys see? Nope, I guess not. I guess it's only still shown on the Twitch one. Yeah. So you guys can't see the multi-stream like I can. That's the reason why I say them out loud also, so that way you guys can hear all the rest that you might be missing from the others. Okay, so we pretty much got that drum set up, so we can clean up those construction lines there. Lay it out. There we go. There we go. Clean that up. Don't need that there anymore, or that. Alright, and we can probably just do a simple little cloth dropping. Alright, I guess we can put that away and we'll start working on some of the inking on it. Kind of got shot through that pretty good. Going to take a shower, be back. She looks great so far. Alright, bro. We'll see you when you get back, man. Get clean, get comfy. Alright. Let's work with the 0.1. Get the eyes going in. You got it. Haha. Let's see. And let's see here. Gotta do a nice little light area to where you can just see that reflection. So. Alright. Now we can go up. Now that we got some of that eye detail in, we'll pop up to, we'll do a 0.3. A little bit fatter tip. Drop some ink down a little bit better. That way you're not running back and forth everything. There we are. Yeah. And we'll have this run up. Now that little part takes a little bit of practice, but the curve, they reverse the curve. A lot of people bring it up and then drag down. I sometimes find it easier for me just to curl up and then roll it in. Kind of whatever works best for you. It's not like a specific set one. So there we are. And I'll let you know, I couldn't do that right off the bat myself. So it's not like it's some crazy trick. Let's see. Grab my scrap page, that way I'm not dirtying up too much on this. Try to keep it clean. It's a pretty good mess right now because I've been sketching a little bit darker than I usually do, just so that way that camera can pick it up. Need to get a better camera is what I need to do. Got some really good lighting in here now, but unfortunately, there we go. And we'll run him up like that. Like so. All right. Oops. I think I might do that one. I think I might leave that pencil. Once I clear it up, I'll lighten that lead out. So when I do the colored pencil work of this, that way we'll have a little bit more lighting for that. It doesn't have to have everything look like it's illustrated. I can see it pretty good. Oh yeah, but like that's because it's actually really dark. This actually looks like it's really light, but in fact I really pressed pretty well on that, so especially for doing all these construction lines and stuff that lined up. But the inking and stuff on this will allow it to really pop. But there's some things like this little piece inside here is actually kind of a shade area. Like here I might do a little bit of lining on, but some of it it's just kind of there, like the eyes and stuff is just the boxing and stuff is just so I know for when I go to put the eye coloring in. So that way the skin kind of follows around there, and that way you don't have such a sharp or harsh line and stuff, and it makes the eye look a little bit softer. Sort of like when I was working on this. So there's actually an opening there. Actually, let me put it closer that way. There's actually an opening there and there to where it has a little bit of a softer look in it. So that's doesn't look like they all have deep black mascara on also. I mean, unless you are drawing like a kiss drawing. Then they have really long tongues too. For those of you who know old rock and roll references. Let's see. Let's run him up. And we could probably give it just a little bit of a, we'll move back over to this side a little bit, and maybe we'll bring that piece out a little bit further. Yeah. We'll run that guy over there. It's not really disheveled here, but it's sort of like a wild layout. There we go. And let's get that bottom part of that ear put in. Got his chin, jawline. Now, depending on your art style, you can do that as a simplified jawline, or you can do it where it has a couple little extra corners on it, like I did. It just kind of whatever your preference is. Doesn't really matter. It's not right or wrong either way. Some pieces are really simplified. That's the nice thing about artwork. You can put that aside for a little bit. Top part of the hair should be a little bit cleaned up so we can start to see what we got as we clean it up and see if we need to do some extra line work on there or not. There we go. I have you on the big screen. Cool. That should be pretty good. Some people watch me on their phones. I've done that. I've watched some other Twitch streams that people have on the phones or on my tablet. But if I can, I'll watch it off of one of my computers and stuff. While I'm doing like drawing stuff to where I have it on the big screen. I need to actually get two screens instead of this big screen here, so that way I can have my user interface for all my live stream stuff, and I can have the other thing on this side where I can do other work. Because I want to try and do some Blender live streaming of me doing some 3D models on Blender, which would be pretty cool. So, or at least I think it'd be pretty cool. Not everybody will. Something new I'm playing with the Blender software, so I figured might as well let everybody see all the trials and tribulations on it, on working through that and learning that also. So, and let's bring that neck, give it its little curve because he doesn't have a terrible straight neckline. There we are. And give him his. There we go. Got his shirt, undershirt. Because this is actually his undershirt that's underneath his kind of cloak or his throw over, and then that's his scarf. So we'll do that. Let's see if we can, maybe we'll get his hair back of it, his back hair done up. There we are. And let's see, maybe I want to change that over a little bit more. Alright. Maybe we'll give him a little tip coming out from that side as well. We'll have to run this piece up. That way, kind of fill out the hair. There we are. There we go. Throw them sideways here. A lot of these pencil piece sketch marks and stuff, I don't always go over directly on it. Like I said, there are even guidelines still at this point. It's not till you put the ink down. Alright. So let's see here. This one should be, that ink should be dried by now for this part down here. That way we're not smudging the ink. That ink's pretty good. It dries up pretty nicely. So let's clean that part up. There we go. Let's see. It's kind of nice. Nice, simple, cool down, relaxing music. The day was good today, but it was busy as all get out with the airplanes. Had unexpected stuff on one plane wanting to get up and flying, so had to troubleshoot that while they were kind of hanging around, and it just kept having one more thing after the other. So, but got it sorted out by the end of the day. That was the main thing. So we got it resolved. Alright, back to... Okay, let's get this other part of the hair done up. Let's see, maybe... like so. I feel like I need to have another... Let's see what it looks like. Go by my pencil real quick. That way I don't do anything too rash. I feel like there needs to be another piece of hair out here just to kind of even it out. And maybe we'll do a little one there, like a fat one up here. Yeah, fat one up there and a little one down there. Maybe that'll work out. Let's see what that actually might be pretty good. Yeah, I think that kind of evens it out for squirreliness for the hair. So let's... and we'll run that one that way. And this one will run on up that way. And we got the other part that comes back this way and curls on up. There we go. And we'll run him up a little bit. Let's see about maybe bringing him down even further. Yeah, and that will give him an extra layer. Like so, and we'll bring it like that. Maybe we'll give a little spot there so it kind of gives a little bit more of a depth to it. That's not too bad. Put my pencil back away there. Way I'm not holding on to too many things at one time. Alright. There we go. This might actually be better if we give it a little bit more of a curve at the top here than what that pencil has, so that way it feels like it's actually wrapping around a lot better. We'll make it thinner right there instead of that fat. Yeah. Let's see, let's give him a shot that way, over here, and bring this up, and we'll there we go. And we want to might actually do a little bit more change up on this. Maybe here we'll give this also so you can see that layer we'll thicken that out to where it looks like you can see that layer. Yeah. Alright. I think this guy doesn't look quite right. I think I need to reconstruct this a little bit right here. Not too happy with that one. So let's hit that. Let's bring that guy in a little bit more this way. That way it looks like he's actually being folded. So by the lower half. So this guy's actually tucked in. And we will hit him like so. And that way this part here will be the darker shaded area. That should work out. That should work out better. I think we'll be happy with that. Get rid of this blob of garbage up here. Let's see if we can there we go. It looks more like it's got a layer to it. And then blend that right in. So. Alright, and we put his shoulder back there. Go back to our ink. And we'll run him that way. Give him a little bend. Yeah. Got to make it look like it's laying on his chest area, which does have a slight. It's kind of flat, but it has a little bit of a contour to it. So for the way your chest area would be at. Got to make it, you know, even though it is cartoonish and it's stylized, you still want to give it that correct feeling to it, so that way it does feel like it's correct. So you can bend the rules a little bit, but you don't want to break the snot out of them. There we go. The hair should be dried off now. We can clean up the mess of the hair. Rorschach from The Watchmen, eating Oreos and drinking a glass of milk. Oh, I know who you're talking about. Let me, actually I'll just write it here on my scratch pad. That way I don't forget it. Rorschach from The Watchmen. Eating Oreos and drinking a glass of milk. That's a very nice detailed layout. And let's see, Ellie Hankerson. Is it Ali or Ali? I want to make sure I say it right. Is it the first or the second? The first is Ali, the first is Ali. Alright, I got that written down there at least, so that way I can have that. Make sure you like and subscribe to the page also, that way I can try and find you easier. And we do our live my live streams as Tuesdays and Thursdays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So we will get this guy done, and I'll look at putting him your request on for Tuesday. haven't done the Watchmen in a long time. I haven't seen them watch them in a while. Actually, I haven't watched the Watchmen in a long time. God, I wonder if I even have any of the comic books still. Or graphic novels, sorry. So you a big fan of the Watchmen? Hankerson? We'll do that. Say Hankerson. Be sort of like military. Hankerson! So. Alright. Do, 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 do. Giving him kind of a puffy. I think I might have to wait for that to dry a little bit. I'm giving him kind of a puffy end of his cloak, or his over top there. Yeah, look at some of these little drummer boy references and stuff. They really. This one, the other one actually has like a little bit of a design actually on it. Some were just simple, just a folded seam piece. So, all right. Strap on up in there. Might have to do a little design with the colored pencil on the strap there, decorate it out a little bit. It does look okay, but we'll give it a little bit of little hidden details. That's the nice part to that. He's coming along nice. Howdy, the Hoppy is back. Welcome back, Bri. Let's see. We got another request, but we'll add it from it's either Allie or Ollie. Haven't quite yet decided. We haven't heard back yet on what the official thing is there from YouTube. Oh, it's kids used to call you when you thought that because of Hopkins. Yeah, that or Hopper. That's cool, man. We got another request by Hankerson on YouTube there, asking us to do Rorschach from The Watchmen. Have you ever seen that movie or read any of the graphic novels of that? And they want him eating Oreos and drinking a glass of milk. So maybe we'll add that for a Tuesday one. See if we can even do it as a Christmas theme. Maybe we'll have him sitting out there like he's sitting back, having some cookies, milk, looking at it. How it works. He looks awesome. Yeah. So, Almost can start to, we're starting to feel that drummer boy drumming. It's already starting to feel like he's going to come to life. Start to get some more of that. There we go. Let's see. So, yeah, inking is coming out pretty decent. I'll see if I can put it up to the camera a little bit better so you guys can see it, not so distorted. But yeah, coming out pretty decent. Our little drummer boy. He's not quite as little as most of the other drummers boys have been, but let's see if we can maybe find a pull up here in my whoops, no, don't want to do that. Let's go back to the main page, and let's see, Star of Bethlehem. I think we're going to put that on the glove, give a little reference. Yeah, that actually would look pretty cool. I think we'll do that. So let me lighten that up again. That should be pretty slick. We'll do it this way. We'll run it. It's got one that way. And you got one that way. That way. Probably can't see it too well right now, but we're going to make it look cool. So we'll do it like that. Let's bring this guy up from there all the way up. Be a neat little reference for the little drummer boy. And we'll give him a star there as well. And we'll give it a piece there. And let's bring it up that way. Like I say, put all your construction lines down so that way I think the piece will look pretty good. All said and done. Actually, let's see if we can, we got to get that a little bit better of a layout. Kind of matches. Want to give it a little bit of a curve, that way it matches the glove. Yeah, we'll give him a Star of Bethlehem on his glove. That should look pretty cool. Alright. Back to the ink. So, actually, let's go back and we'll work down here. There we are. And we'll run that guy that way. And we'll run that guy that way. And run it up. And so there. Get his wraps done up. I might have overdid the wraps, but hey. It's alright. Having fun with it. No mistakes. Never mistakes. Just happy little accents. I think I hear somebody out there. If you guys can hear them, you let me know, so that way they got to come out here and say hi. No? There we go. And let's go ahead and get that glove put on. Oh, I got a little note handed to me. Let's see what this little note is. You should draw a realistic candy cane. A realistic candy cane? Well, we can always add that in there. A realistic candy cane. I wonder what the difference would be. A realistic candy cane or a fake candy cane? What's a non-realistic candy cane? That actually sounds pretty interesting. A realistic candy cane. A versus a non-realistic candy cane. Is that like a doesn't have a hook in it? It's just a candy stick. Because obviously it can't be a cane, so can't be realistic on that one. Oh, whoop! Getting more stuff handed to me. Looks like I got chocolate handed to me, and or one of these. Oh, it's so much fun. I think they're still there. I can barely see them with the light that I have above me. If I look up, eventually they might show their face on the live stream. We'll see. All right. Let's see here. Let's see if we can get this Star of Bethlehem looking good here. Let's run him that way. Maybe we'll go beyond the lines for a moment. Oh. So let's turn it this way. See if we can get this to where this guy will look pretty good without using a ruler. Can I do it? Can we do it? Can we make it work? There we go. That actually will be pretty good, especially when we pencil it and use the colored pencil on it. Star of Bethlehem on his glove. It's actually, I don't know why that came up, but it just did. Not bad. It's already 8:27. Man, it's just rolling along. Did make pretty good progress on this art piece too. Let's see. Which was an excellent request by Frontierman. There we go. Maybe we'll give it to where you can see a little bit, like it's got a little bit of thickness to it. Alright. Clean up this part up here and get his hand cleaned up. There we are. Boy, music's really getting kind of soft and somber, almost falling asleep. We might have to pop it up a little bit, at least for the last half. Okay, let me check out this music here. What are we listening to right now? Oh, the chill tracks. Maybe let's see what Lo-fi has. Lo-fi. Come on. Watch it be similar to the same thing. Alright. Yeah, sounds similar to the same thing. Whoop. And let's run that. Yeah, let's kick this up a notch. EDM. Yeah, we'll do EDM. That should be alright. That might be good. See if that has a nice beat to it. A nice drumming beat. For your eyes. Let's see. Have to check that message out later. Let's see. do it that way. Run that in. Like that. Yeah. You guys able to see the lower half there? Let me look at the screen again. There we go. And let's there we are. Maybe I can. The camera's. I'm trying to keep it straight, but it's still off to the side, so it does have a little bit of a distortion to it, but it doesn't look too bad. Okay. We need to start working on the bottom half here. Maybe we'll go back to the pencil for a second. Let's see, I've cleaned up this area here. It looks a little funky still. So let's bring that down a little bit more. It's not so close to the prominence of that. Give it sort of that way. And we'll run that in a little bit more. Have to, I mean, this is done on a comic book cover spreadsheet and stuff. Might have to make a little comic book cover top like the little drummer boy. Maybe you have to do a little marquee on the top there for it as well. Dress it out a little bit, and then of course we'll have to put a background to it. There we go. This is a little bit more picked up. Maybe what we can do is we can have a background area there, and we can probably put the main, like a little manger in the background. That might actually look pretty good too. All right. Let's see if we get this drum set up and inked in. Gotta give it to where it has some tension on it. That way you can feel the weight of that drum. What's interesting is sometimes all these little details that I see and I start to work on stuff, most people won't even notice. So not the end of the world. Doesn't look too bad. Give this a little bit of a weight outside of that construction area that I had for that cylinder, so that way you can see some more dimension and thickness to it. Put that over there. Slide that up underneath. See if we can there we go. Let's see here. We'll take this also and we'll bring this out a little bit past on this side as well. That way you can see the metal rim of that drum that's holding that skin down. Because we might actually go to a smaller brush tip or ink tip to kind of give that thickness in there. So we'll run probably a little line to be able to see that part. Well, hey, Lily. Okay, quick little high and by. All right, so we're getting there. All right. Let's see, and let's. So you can keep that ink line running nice and smooth. There we go. Not bad. I still got it. It's running over this way. Let's catch the inside of this line. One line. Nice. We're getting that little drummer boy together. Alright. So, and let me go to my. I don't want to do that. Let's look at my drummer boy drum stuff. See if they had anything unique about these little notches. Nope, they're just, some look like literally like they're little just pegs and stuff. So, and they just kind of had it to where they wrapped around. So we'll just do some, make them look sort of like some, do some round areas. Maybe we'll give them a little bit of character to them, to where they look like they got some depth or dimension to it. But for right now, we'll just throw in them as circles for right now. And we'll see about maybe adding in a little shading piece to it. And we should have our, I guess you could say it's a manga style little drummer boy. There we go. Let's pull the inside of that drum and we'll give this like this to where it looks like that cord wraps down around and comes back up around that drum. Alright, rock on. There we go. And just throw that over that way so I can get some of these straight lines also. I think we're going to adjust these lines a little bit to where it looks like it goes more of a round. These guys were kind of sketched in there pretty quickly. Might actually let the ink dry just a second while I erase some of the other stuff. Then I'll erase that up and make my own another set of lines through. There we go. Yep, made that one a little bit too fat, but it's not too bad because technically the drum does have a little bit of a roundness to it, so that could be a little bit narrower. Just not exactly what I was looking at, but I was had too many construction lines in there showing off something different than I wanted to. Here's another little tip you can do once you have your strip piece. When you draw usually, a lot of people follow the tip, like when they're trying to draw and they're trying to do a straight line, they watch the tip trying to do it, and you see even how it curves for me. Well, if you see where you start and where you want to end, you can do a straighter line that way. So that's why when you see this, I'll sometimes test it out first to see how it's going to end, and because I see where the tip is, then I look ahead and I draw to it. So I'll go like that. That. There we go. That's a little bit better. And we'll give this piece over here. There we are. Another little drawing tip. Let's get some of this. Oh, I really did press hard with some of this stuff. I might have to put just a bolder lead in there so that way it shows up darker, so I'm not pressing so hard, so that way when I do erase it, it doesn't have any divots. Because that's what shows up when you start to color it. Not the end of the world, but just good practice. Keep staying in practice on it. Be alright. Get my rubber done up a little bit better there. Let's tilt them a little bit. See if I can keep them in picture. Maybe I can rotate the camera a tiny bit down. That way you can see the lower half there. Then we'll be working down here anyway. Maybe I'll do this and just throw them up like that for a moment. That way you guys can still see them more centered in the screen. There we go. There's one awesome drummer boy. Yep. Trying to make him awesome. He's the cool drummer boy. Let's see here. Let's run him down like that. There we go. Run that portion down there. Let's see if we can do that. Get these wraps done up here. Doing a great job. Well, thank you, Brian. I appreciate that, brother. There we go. You're welcome. Appreciate it, definitely. Alright, let's see here. Let's see if we can get the rest of this drummer boy done up. See how I'm not too keen on that yet. I still might I haven't quite decided. Let's play with some stuff down there. Maybe we'll actually bring this down as well too, because that was bothering me as well. So maybe we'll do that. That way it kind of matches the rest. It actually doesn't look too bad. Get rid of the old lines that we had laid out, and work in progress is. Clean up some of this other mess. Yep, I think I'm going to go to a heavier lead next time. That way I'm not cutting into this paper. I mean, this is 280 weight paper, so it's definitely a heavy paper. Alright, let's lighten these lines up and stuff so we'd make our decision on what we want to do with that. And this should be dry now. We can clean those lines up there. Christmas, oh, hear the dog going nuts. What you need, doggo? What you want, doggo? Hey, come here. You can pop your head up enough to say hi? You see her running around the back, huh? She sometimes has to make her appearance. See if we can. Maybe we'll just do one instead of two. I think one doesn't look too bad. I think the two really do a circle that. Maybe just the one up there. Yeah, I think the two kind of makes it too much. Two for too much. Okay. So, let's alright. Do something a bit better with these legs too. Give them a little bit more baggier of a look. That should work out alright. Oh, I hear the doggo wanting to come back in. 1 second. Come on, doggo. Alright, and we're back. Oh wow, we only got 12 minutes left. Can I finish inking him and have this piece done in the 2 hours? Let's see here. What do we think? Think I can do it? I don't want to mess it up. But I think I could do it. Let's see. Let's gotta give his little curl for the glove. Got that. There we go. And this one we want to put a little bit higher up. Let's see if we can. Wrap that glove around. Alright, we're getting down to the home stretch on this bad boy. Or this drummer boy. Doing. It's an interesting end to that song. Just had a little doing at the end. There we go. It kind of points out way too much. I'm not liking that. Let's see if we can adjust that up a little bit. Yeah, maybe we'll bring it down a little bit more. That looks better. Alright. Down to the last few minutes. See if we can get him jammed out. And of course, I'll have to color pencil him like I did my Luna design as well from Tuesday. And I'll post updates of that on my Facebook and Instagram underneath the Linthicum Arts. So, if you guys haven't done it yet, make sure you like and subscribe whether you're watching on YouTube, Twitch. Follow me on Twitch. And of course, Facebook, Instagram. Come find me and underneath the Linthicum Arts bio. And you'll be able to see all sorts of stuff that I do besides artwork as well. From my airplane work and just sorts of creative ideas. And be able to actually been lately, I probably should post some pictures of the workshop. Looks great. Thanks for that. And we'll make a donation. Yep. Absolutely. We will get this guy done up, and what I'll probably do is I'll add him. I got to get my Patreon site's almost finished, to where I can get that up and running. What I can do is I can stick them on the Patreon site, to where you'll be able to have access to my files and stuff for that. Let's clean this piece up. Sorry if I'm shaking the camera a bit, just trying to get into the time frame. There we go. Do a little brush off. Alright, let's see if I can ring this up a little bit. Bring the camera back up a little bit there so you guys can see a little bit more of a full shot of it. And let's put my signature over here. Ooh. That guy's about dead. Let's try the 0.5 instead. 0.5 works fine. And this is 12 of 2022. Alright. So, wrap him up. We have our Christmas little drummer boy. Not the typical style you would see, but hey, came out pretty slick. So we'll do some colored pencil to him. I'll add a background into it, and like I said, I'll post it on Instagram and whatnot, where you guys can see some of the work on that. And I'll have my Patreon site done up, to where you guys can pick up some of my pieces. This is the other one that I was working on earlier, so that one's in the process of being colored and whatnot. So, alright. Well, we got just a few minutes left. Let me throw the glove off. Well, thank you for hanging out with me, guys. I really appreciate it. I hope you guys had a good time. I hope you guys had a good day. He's amazing. Great idea, Frontierman. Yeah, it was a great idea. The requests are always good, because and of course I got this one from either Allie or Ollie Hankerson. For the guy from The Watchmen, Rorschach. She wants him eating Oreos and drinking a glass of milk. So we'll probably try and do that for Tuesday. And have some fun with that as well. So, meantime, you guys have a good night, good weekend. God bless. And don't forget, let's create something together. Take care now.